Well, for a closer look at this year's St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, I spoke with Maxim Mikhalev. He's the Program Director for East Asia and Shanghai Cooperation Organization countries at the Center for Crisis Society Studies. I began by asking him what Russia's priorities are going into the forum.
The priority, as far as I can see, is to show to the world that the Russia still exists, that the Russia is not isolated, and it welcomes it welcomes people from all over the world, and all those people are ready and are willing to come to Russia and to discuss big or small things. So this is a matter of showing up to the world and showing that we are open and we are alive.
And the world certainly seems to be coming. Even before the meeting started, President Putin met with German Chancellor Angela Merkel as well as India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So what do you think foreign leaders are hoping to get out of this forum?
It's actually a great opportunity for the leaders to come together at quite a relaxed atmosphere. Because if you look at the forum and its agenda, it's a kind of combination of French Riviera Film Festival and a Woodstock. Because it's not just about politics and it's not just about economics, it's also about the culture and media and so on. And then the atmosphere is quite relaxed. And during such meetings you can discuss many more things that you cannot discuss during usual formal meetings. And from this point of view, the format of St. Petersburg Economic Forum just suits the building up of trust, which is the slogan of this year, trust. And I believe that the format of the forum helps to create this trust, and it's especially important for political leaders.
So by having this less formal, more cultural exchange, if you will, what does this do for brand Russia when you think of what foreign investors are doing when they're looking at Russia and thinking about whether or not to invest?
The situation is that foreign investors are already investing in Russia, and if you look at statistics provided by Ernst & Young, the investments are on the rise. So that what investors are needed is just to be a little bit more, to feel a little bit more secure and to be sure that the investments are going to be paid back. And for this, the atmosphere again is very important. So I believe that the forum is not the place to strike serious deals. It's just to show that the Russia is a place to have investment done. And this is like a welcoming party for investors.
Now, this is certainly the biggest international lineup of leaders that Russia has invited since the sanctions were put on by the West. So what's the significance of having this renewed push, especially at this moment in time?
Exactly. You told it right. It's the biggest event since the sanctions have been launched, and it shows, I believe that it shows that the sanctions don't really work. And the people come here to discuss. We all know, the investors know, the politicians know that the sanctions do exist. But what we need to do now is to think how to work together in the world with sanctions. And this is the way to discuss it. And the fact that many investors are coming, politicians are coming, it means that this discussion is necessary and everyone is ready for this kind of discussion, how to live in this world of sanctions and how to make business as usual.
And we certainly saw that the U.S. ambassador to Russia, John Huntsman, is attending the dialogue and saying that better business ties could be a positive step to mending U.S. relations with Russia. What's your take on using business as a way to build a bridge over some of these political divides?
It's exactly, completely agree, because business is about money, and if it's profitable for both sides, it should work. And the politics is more about, it's much more difficult actually for politicians to get on equal rights than for businessmen. And then when business works, so the politicians have to deal with it. And from this point of view, when the business make bridges, the politicians will use them in the future. Even if sometimes the politicians like to burn the bridges, the businessmen build the bridges. So from this point of view, it's even more important that the business people from both sides of the ocean come together.
And we've seen Russia pivot towards the Middle East and China when it comes to trade, especially with the cold shoulder that they're getting from the US. But how much does uncertainty and the trade frictions between China and the US impact Russia's key trading relationships?
The Russia is trying to stay calm and just watch from outside, because we understand that it's a different league. So the China and the US trade is the biggest trade in the world. So we cannot be compared to this. So we can make some advantages, or it can bring some disadvantages. But generally, it's just a problem of a different scale. So we should stay a little bit aside and just watch how it's going on, and then see if there are opportunities arising. So probably not that many for the moment, but maybe it's going to be in the future. If the problems between China and US will grow, then will probably be more opportunities for Russia, but probably not for now.